Hello everyone, my name is Dark and welcome back to another BiCute Bunnies figure review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the voluptuous Albedo once again. So, this is another Albedo figure. I mentioned I was going to have a bunch of videos for Albedo, and they're not going to stop. I have like 3 still in the back catalog. So, BiCute Bunnies, a very affordable bunny figure line that I have fallen in love with. Very good and very inexpensive. Now, without further ado, there's nothing else to talk about, let's get her out and see how she looks. Alright, so here we have the BiCute Bunnies Albedo, and I gotta say, she looks beautiful already. So, she stands at a whopping, let's see, 11 to 12 inches, at least for the bunny ears, all the way to the bunny ears to the base. I don't include the base and the height, so probably add like half an inch to that. So, yeah, I gotta say, this figure looks beautiful. I have no complaints whatsoever. The pose is perfect. Everything is perfect. Now, I will say, she did look a little more voluptuous or fuller in the actual promotional images, but that might have just been me. And honestly, I think it was just me because I was confusing the hair with curves. So, yeah. I gotta say, in terms of accuracy, she looks pretty freaking good. Now, this is a complete different outfit than what she would usually wear in the actual anime, so we're just gonna have to go by the actual face. And honestly, probably one of the most face-accurate Albedos that we've probably seen here and there. There's a bunch of Albedo figures that her actual likeness to the character is not necessarily there whatsoever, so yeah, I myself have no issue with that, because Albedo is Albedo. If it's an Albedo figure, you'll most likely see it on this channel for sure, especially newer ones that are coming out this year and next year as well. So yeah, again, accuracy, she looks pretty good. I think the curves that they actually were able to get on here are pretty well done. Everything looks pretty good. I think even the paint job is magnificent. But we'll get that into the quality section, which is now. So, in terms of quality, this is a very wobbly figure because it's just standing on one foot, as you can see. So, I don't really have many issues with it. In terms of quality, I think she looks pretty good. The paint job is probably one of the best paint jobs I've seen on a figure of this scale and this price alone. Again, everything is very well done here. The shading on, or the shading that's on the actual outfit is really well done, and also like the sculpt is just perfect. There's like no imperfections that I think are standing out very much. The stockings are very well done. One of the bigger issues I think BiCute Bunnies is like the seam line is very, very thick. But I think you kind of have to have this to kind of compensate for how good everything else looks. So again, I see no issue with that. The shoes are a pearlescent white, which are beautiful. Everything, the outfit and the sleeves are also a pearlescent white with that beautiful, very light hint of like darkish purple shading throughout, and it's perfect. Now, the hair for Albedo is also shaded, at least painted all over. There is a light purple kind of going from the very tip of the hair, and as you come across, it transitions into an actual darker purple or closer to black. And then you kind of get to the light purple again, or the lighter purple at the top of the head. And honestly, the way that they did it is very, very well done because it like shows great craftsmanship as well. So again, no issue there whatsoever. The shading on the skin, shading is there where it needs to be, on the crevices, on the face, and even on the hands. Even the legs have some shading as well, which is something that I haven't pointed out in previous BiCute bunny videos. So again, very beautiful figure. The colors are vibrant, they pop out, even compared to the background that I have, which is just pure sort of white grayish. They look perfect. I think everything stands out very well for this figure, especially because like a lot of Albedo figures are very expensive, and this figure not being that expensive really helps it out, which kind of leads me onto my value section. So this Albedo, again, I've mentioned it's not that expensive, and I will say most of these popular BiCute bunny characters are sold out. Actually, this character was only $27. I just looked it up. So $27 for a figure of this caliber, shading, quality, structure, voluptuousness. It is perfect. So again, value for BiCute bunnies is like the most ideal thing to have, especially in an oversaturated market of bunnies nowadays, where every bunny figure is just expensive. It's nice to have something that's cheaper. So honestly, I love it. Now, sort of leading onto my final thoughts, this figure is pretty much perfect. I see no issue whatsoever with this figure at all. So, like, the base is pretty well done. I love the bases of BiCute bunnies. It's something I haven't mentioned that much, but they're very good bases. They're hollow, but they're sturdy enough to like receive a beating. Believe me, I've dropped a lot of them. The actual figure itself looks beautiful. One complaint I might see from people is that the head might be a little bit too big, but realistically, I don't see it. Besides that, everything else looks great. I've already mentioned the paint job on the outfit and even the skin, and pretty much everything throughout the figure is perfect. The facial expression is very well done, very Albedo-like. The horns, that is something I didn't mention, but the horns themselves are pretty good. They're glossy, which I like. They're not just a matte finish. Things that are meant to be glossy, they're glossy. Things that are meant to be matte, they're matte. They're doing a great job. It's not just a matte finish all throughout. And the great thing is that even the thighs have some shine to them, and that's because of the fishnets, which is also beautiful. So again, I have no complaints at all with this Albedo figure. So I'm gonna give this figure a 10 out of 10. Again, no complaints whatsoever. I think they did a really good job with this figure. And if you're able to find it for a very reasonable price, which is just retail price, then I think you should definitely get it. Even paying like $40 for this figure, I don't think it's a bad deal whatsoever, because again, Albedo figures are popular. Most of them sell out, especially the cheap ones. So I do recommend buying these figures, or even just pre-ordering them when they come out. So again, that's just me, but I've had many instances where I've wanted to buy an Albedo figure and they just sell out before I even have the time to do so. And that's also me procrastinating. So yeah, love this figure. Definitely bigger than the previous Albedo figure that I made a review on, which was the Pop-Up Parade, with the also the Furyu figure. So Furyu is killing it with these Albedo figures. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this figure. That's all the time I have for you guys today. So again, down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.